What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So for today's vid, we're going to be discussing good old era of Celestials. So I was able to play the game for an hour using BlueStacks, which allows you to play mobile games on your computer. And I wanted to give you guys my thoughts and first impressions on the game and why you should or shouldn't buy it. So if you want to have an unbiased view of the game now, hit that link in the description box or comment box and try the game out now and come right back. But if not, let's go. Fighting, and more fighting. The game started out with a lot of this right from the start, and I'm glad. A lot of large RPG-like games similar to this one have a ton of story to get through before you can even get your first fight in. So I'm glad this game gets you fighting quickly and a lot. I'm not gonna lie, there is a story, but it really isn't that compelling since fighting and customizing your character will probably be your main focus, and that's okay. With the auto run feature, you'll be going through a lot of different missions rather quickly, leveling up your character a lot within an hour and getting a lot of new gear. If you're playing through the missions like I did, you'll experience a few boss battles as well, which were pretty fun but easy, thanks to the ability to transform to an angel and do major damage. Like major damage, like Darth Vader on that last scene of Star Wars Rogue One type damage. I was also able to gain most of my abilities for combat within an hour and explore more of the world and even see other real life players like this one guy who kept trying to fight me. Overall, I got a good idea on how quests work. Well, at least the beginning quests with going to new parts of the world to battle new enemies and getting new weapons and other items. The first thing that popped out to me about the game, and probably a lot of you guys too, is the epic looking characters. I mean, look at this guy. You can't tell me you wouldn't let him marry your daughter. And look at her. You can't tell me you wouldn't let her marry your son. Outside of the 3 character classes you can choose from, there's even a ton of more customization in the game for each class. Now, I haven't played with all of the 3 classes yet, but look at some of these warrior customization options and tell me you wouldn't want to play this. I mean, we got a freaking Gundam in here. And look at this one, a freaking Jedi. Okay, I'm a little biased over anything that looks related to Star Wars since I'm a big Star Wars fanboy, but those are freaking lightsabers. Another cool thing I liked in the game is that you're able to play everything manually, but also automatically. If you don't want to fight every enemy yourself, you can put the attacks on automatic, which allows your character to fight on his or her own. This is great for someone like myself who may be multitasking and still want to play the game, but also great for people with disabilities as well, which is a definite plus in my book. If you prefer doing all of your fighting without the computer's work, you can definitely do that as well, so it's a win-win. Now, even though I had a fun time with Era of Celestials, during my first hour, there were things I didn't like, or should I say I don't like. The first big thing I didn't like is the UI. It can clog up the screen a lot and definitely takes away from the gorgeous graphics the game presents. Thankfully, you can close a lot of these on-screen menus, but that should be there by default, or at least more transparent and not getting in the gameplay way. Another thing I didn't like in the hour of play is the easiness of the bosses. I fought 2 big bosses during my playthrough and they were a piece of cake. A boss battle is supposed to be different and more challenging, but it loses its appeal when you're barely doing anything and still beating the boss. Like, come on. Give me a challenge, baby! Hopefully this gets better after an hour of play, but you will definitely feel no challenge when playing the first hour if you're playing just the story missions. heck yeah, you should try it. The customization and great looking characters alone should be enough for you to at least try it. The game isn't perfect, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely a fun game. Well, at least the first hour. I'm sure it's still fun afterwards, especially with all the customization options, but yeah, I gotta play some more to see. If you're looking for a fun, quick game to play with epic looking characters to choose from, you should definitely give the game a try. I played my first hour through my laptop using BlueStacks. If you have a laptop or a PC, click that link below and give the game a try yourself. It's free. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and peace.